Welcome to our TST Dialogues, where we'll be talking about different aspects in our region. And today we're here in New Delhi, India, where the UN COP 14 is being held. And I'm joined here with Wagaki. She's the media officer for the UNCCD. Welcome, Wagaki, to our dialogue.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so Wagaki, would you share with our online audience what has been the main issues from the first week of the conference, and what were the major issues that were highlighted?
So, well, thank you for having me to start with. It's a pleasure for us to be able to dialogue with people from Namibia. Mm-hmm. And so a number of things have happened over the last 2 years. We have had very good assessments conducted on the impact of land degradation on people and on ecosystems. So to just give a little bit of a background, there are three or four assessments that have been very important. One is the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change Special Report on Climate Change and Land, which basically made this bold statement that land degradation is a source of the greenhouse gases that are warming the earth. So it's a driver of climate change. But they also said that from the assessments they have done, the land is also affected by climate change. So there's an iterative force. And what climate change does is it exacerbates land degradation. So that's one conclusion. And they also said that the gases emitted from the land could be as much as about 37%. So it's a third. We're talking about a third of the gases emitted. So on the other hand, we have science that shows that if you restore land or rehabilitate land that is degraded and sequester that carbon in the soil, you could actually meet up to 30% of the emissions gap that was left over, that we couldn't bridge from the Paris Agreement. Okay. So it's a significant contribution. The second assessment that has come out that people probably know about is the Global Assessment on Biodiversity and Ecosystems ecosystems that said that we have transformed very significantly 3/4 of the land, natural land that we have transformed. For every 4 hectares of land you have, or 4 acres of land you have, 3 acres have been transformed, mostly for agriculture. And so from its natural state, if it was forest, maybe it's become grassland, or if it was grassland, it's become grazing area or farming area. And that's a huge amount of land. And as a result of that, we're now threatening the survival of like 1 million species. Yes. Okay? And that's because of the transformation of the land. So again, land degradation of some sort. The other aspect is the World Atlas on Desertification that has said that when they map all the 14 major causes of land degradation, they actually correlate. So when we say we've degraded 23% to 25% of the land globally and made it totally useless, all these 14 indicators converge. So the long and short of it is that is what was the basis of our convention, of the discussions here, and the issues that then they started looking at is land tenure. Mm-hmm. They started looking at gender. Mm-hmm. They started looking at sand and dust storms. Mm-hmm. They started looking at migration, and they started looking at how the interconnection between the production of food in one area and its consumption in a different part of the world. So these are the broad outline of what has framed the discussions here and what we've been focused on.
Okay. Now.